bit about why is it that you want to do this. You share a little bit with me. You want to be a better example for your daughter. Basically, you feel like, when students ready, the teacher shows.
Yep.
But for you right now, why is this 60 pounds so important to get rid of?
You know, my youngest daughter, she's 8.
Mm-hmm.
So she saw a picture of me when she was born,
Okay.
and she asked, "Who's that?"
Wow.
And that's all I need to say.
No, yeah, man. I mean, I hear you. Like, again, just want to understand like how that make you feel.
That just that's it. That's when I knew something has to change.
Yeah, 100%, man. And so that was 8 year ago, like the last time we were at 160.
No,
How long ago was
no.
that?
Oh, 8 years ago. That's when she was born.
Right. But what I'm trying to
But
like say is
no,
like,
this happened like a month ago.
hmm okay. So, for the conversation that we had last time, you told me that you've been trying to, get this weight off for the past 3 years and you've been gaining those 60 pounds during that time. So
Yep.
just like making math real quick, that's adding up to 20 pounds a year. Were you aware of that number?
Yep.
Okay. And, like obviously you already had your daughter telling you like, who's that? But how does the number make you feel as well?
You see it. It's not. It's not. 20 pounds a year sounds like a lot, but it's not in the sense of you don't gain it like in a day.
Mm-hmm.
So it's quarter pound here, half pound here, 1 pound here, and it just keeps adding up. And I don't want it anymore. That's it.
Yeah, 100%, man. Now, tell me about your wife. Is she supporting of you doing this like 100%?
I don't have one.
Oh, because last time that we talked, you told me that the mom of your daughters was in New York, right?
Yeah,
Oh, but you guys aren't married. Okay, my bad for
we're
that.
not together.
Okay, okay.
That's
That's
why I refer to her as their mom.
okay. And so I'm just asking you this because what happened is that we had a client, her name was Anne, and she was doing great. She literally dropped like 40 pounds, but after working with us for 4 months, she just disappeared.
Mm-hmm.
And after like a couple weeks when we were like trying to get her back, reaching back to us, she was like, "Oh, the thing is that my husband was a little upset of me like changing our foods, me going to the gym so often." And it was a little bit sad because she just wasn't in charge of her own decisions. So I know you guys aren't married, but I don't want to cause you guys any trouble. So that's okay with you, right? You take your own decisions.
Yeah, I make my own decisions.
Love it, man. Cool, cool. Now, let's talk a little bit about the things you feel that got you to this point. I mean, a lot of our clients tell us that they're going to be either under eating, then overeating later. They're emotionally eating, binge eating, or just not being active enough, not paying attention to what they do, or procrastinating. For you, which one of those do you feel it's most suitable?
I will be alone.
Of the above? Cool. So tell me a little bit about like the overeating. Like how does that look like to you?
Well, that is part of growing up in a Hispanic house.
Mm-hmm.
Food is sacred; it doesn't go to waste.
Yeah. Yeah, I know that.
So when my kids are done eating,
Mm-hmm.
they're done eating, and they don't eat all their food.
Yeah.
Either I eat it or it goes in the trash.
Okay.
It ain't going in the trash.
Yeah. Absolutely. Everything has to be eaten. Otherwise you get beaten.
That's how I grew up.
Yeah.
So it's kind of hard to break that. That thing's been ingrained in your head.
Okay. And now tell me, since you also mentioned that all of the above were a little bit into your situation, how does emotional eating looks like to you? Like what type of emotions go through your mind?
Uh, well, when you suffer from PTSD,
Mm-hmm.
it's very difficult to find comfort in certain things. And there's days that you can't find it anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
So when you find something, say that brings joy,
Yeah.
then you want more of it.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, because the reason that why that happens, it's because food it's just like a drug, it's the same chemical reactions. Just dopamines hit your brain and you feel good about it. Yeah, yeah. Now, how long would you say you've been doing this for, like emotional eating?
20 years, man.
Okay, cool, man. And when you do that, like, what is it that you are like reaching for the most? Like cookies, chips. I know that we all Hispanic eat rice and beans, but like for you, what is it that you're eating the most?
For me,
Yes, sir.
when I get into that mindset, it pastries.
Okay.
I lived in Europe for many, many years.
Mm-hmm.
And they have, I lived right next to when I was in the Azores, I lived right next to a mom and pop bakery.
Okay.
And they baked every day. And that just in the mornings, it smelled my whole house.
Okay.
And they had the most amazing coffee, so I used to go down there every day.
No,
So
yeah.
now, when I eat a pastry, that's what it takes me back to.
Mm, okay.
And it's a good feeling. It's a good time. So that's probably one of my favorite assignments.
No, yeah, absolutely. I mean, I can see how that makes you feel good. But again, like going back to the accountability, even though it makes you feel, we have to, again, gain control over back. Because if you just let yourself indulge into the good memory, but that's costing you to add more weight, we have to realize that's not good. Right?
Yeah, it's not,
Okay.
I know this.
Okay.
And if I need to cut them off, I will. It's
Yes, sir.
kind of part of the accountability that I don't have.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember you mentioned that for sure. Now, going back to the pastries, like in a week, how many times would you say that you're eating those?
It depends.
Okay.
Depends what kind of week I'm having.
In a normal week where it's not that hard, like how many times, let's say a day, you're reaching for those? Once, twice?
A day?
Yes, sir.
No, it's not like that.
Okay.
Maybe twice a week, I would say.
Okay, twice a week. Got it, man.
But the problem lies is that it's not that I eat a donut.
Mm-hmm.
It's that I eat a box
Mm.
because it's there.
No, yeah, man. I totally hear you. Now, I hear a little bit like of giggling when you mention that, and you know, have you noticed that you actually do that?
Yep.
Okay, yeah. Just want to bring that up as well because that's just another indicator of something into your subconscious, basically telling you, hey, we have to deal with this, but for now we're gonna try to make it funny just to avoid it.
Right.
And that's also something that we want to help you as well with, man. Cool. Now, I think we talked about this. You told me that you are currently 90% disabled, but you're still able to, do most things by yourself, right?
Yep.
Cool, man. So now let me ask you this. Have you been working out for at least 3 times a week for, let's say, 6 months in a row?
I used to.
You use
Not in the last 6 months. No.
Okay, okay, no, got it, man. And so, since you haven't worked out as much, like what on a daily basis when it comes to the things you do, like I don't know, like going up the stairs, playing out with your kids. What type of effect has that had on your life?
I can't do the things I used to.
Right. So being more specific, when it comes to your kids, how has that affect your life?
Well, I can't. I don't. Okay, I don't let it. It affects me,
Mm-hmm.
but they don't see it. If that makes any sense.
So can you repeat that, please?
It affects me,
Uh-huh.
but they don't see it.
Okay,
The
okay,
only person that knows it is me.
okay, okay. No, yeah, but
Because if
you for sure like feel there's something lacking in there, right?
oh, I know. I like if my daughter told me, "Hey, Papa, let's go out for a run." I will go and run my mile and a half, 2, 3 miles, whatever she wants to run. I'll go run it with her, and she will know nobody different.
Right.
I will know that, dude, I am dying.
Okay. No, yeah, that makes complete sense, man. You're doing something about it.
But it's just if it needs to get done, I will get it done.
No, yeah, that's again something that we want to get you being able to, not like having to do it while you're in pain, but actually enjoy it as well. 100%. Now, let's talk a little bit about vices. So we all have them. For us, vices is like everything you're spending money or time on that you shouldn't be like. Could be alcohol, any type of drugs, fast food, restaurant, also even like shopping or being too much time on Netflix, social media. For you, which one of those you do the most?
None,
None?
none. I'm not on social media.
Okay.
I don't shop
Mm-hmm.
only with the girls, and I'm not doing the shopping they are.
Okay.
I just carry the wallet.
Okay.
Let's see. What else did you say?
Any fast food?
No,
Okay. We already got.
I don't like fast food.
Okay. So,
I mean, I like it, but it's not appealing to me.
okay. I remember you mentioned that, you want to have balance because you drink some beers. Like how many beers a week you drink?
It depends. I usually have. I enjoy cooking. That's one of
Mm-hmm.
the things that helps me with my stress release.
Okay.
So, but my cooking is music is blasting. I have a bit of beer and a glass of wine while I cook.
Okay.
So that's maybe 2 or 3 times a week.
Okay. 2 to 3 times a week. So would it be safe to say that we're spending like a good $30 to $50 a week on beer?
Oh no, God no.
More?
No, less. Wait.
Okay.
So a 4 pack of beer is like $9.
Mm-hmm.
Craft beer,
Okay.
because well, when you live 15 years in Europe, you tend to appreciate the finer things in life.
Yeah.
So Americans like to drink beer. They call it beer, but it's not beer. So no, I don't. No.
Okay.
So
So
I don't drink beer for drinking beer.
right. So
So if I
far.
go out with my friends, I have a beer too.
Okay.
But it's usually a high quality dark beer.
Okay.
Maybe has 9 to 12% alcohol.
Mm-hmm.
So you drink one and you're good.
Okay. So far we're looking, when it comes to like things you're spending money on that aren't getting you to where you want to go, it will be pastries and beer, right? Anything else?
Well, I don't. Like I said, I don't feel like that's spending money. Like all my money's going there. Just $9. I wake up and I make that.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
right. But $9 might not be like a lot, let's say in a week, but when you multiply that in the term of 3 years, that's going to be big amount, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So that's all that, I wanted to bring up into your mind because it might seem like something little, but in the long term, it's going to have a big
Yeah.
impact.
Oh, that's up here.
Yeah. Yeah, man. I love your accountability on that. Now, in your own words, Jaime, like, what are some of the negative side effects besides, not feeling 100% yourself when you're playing with your kids or not being like able to do all the stuff you used to do when you were in military? How has this 60 pounds affect your life in other areas?
Uh, to be honest, it hasn't affected me yet,
Mm-hmm.
but I know it's coming.
What do you mean?
I know that if I go to the doctor and tell him run a battery and test,
Yeah.
it's gonna come back. We got to work on this. We got to work on this. We got to work on this. We got to work on this.
Yeah.
And all of that is attached to the 60 pounds that I'm carrying extra.
Okay. Yeah, I remember you mentioned on our last call that, that you're pre-diabetic, pre-everything.
I know. I know it.
Yeah. Okay.
Doctor didn't tell me that. I feel it. I know. I know it.
Okay. So obviously, like having pastries at least twice a week, plus the beers, and also like overeating, emotional eating has caused you to gain the 60 pounds, but also like make you feel like you're not able to like have the motivation, the structure to do this by yourself. What other ways is this negatively impacting your life?
How does say that again?
Yes. So what other ways has this affected your life, besides what we talked already, like playing with your daughter, not being able to have motivation, not feeling like going to the gym, all that stuff?
How does that affect my life?
What other negative impacts has this had?
Self-esteem for sure.
Okay. That's different from person to person. So how does that look like to you?
Well, it's not being able to feel the same as I used to.
Mm-hmm.
And in the Hispanic community, they always make fun of el gordito. Always.
Yeah.
And when I talk to my grandma, that is the first thing that she tells me. And she doesn't mean it meanly. It's just how it is. She's just bringing it to my attention in
Okay.
her own unique way.
Yeah.
So I kind of take the stab at the ego. It's like, she's right.
Okay. No, yeah.
Don't say that's positive.
Yeah. I also, when I was little and I was a little bit fatty, my mom was like, "Hey, gordito, bájale a los tamales."
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, man.
So they're ruthless, but they're not wrong.
No, yeah, they're not. Now, I noticed on your application that when you look yourself in the mirror, you don't like what you see. So, can you tell me a little bit more about that?
Well, that has more to do with my PTSD than my physical appearance.
Mm-hmm. Can you like go a little bit deeper into that just to better understand?
Yep. Yeah, I'm trying to find my words. Hold on.
Oh, my bad. Sorry, Jaime.
No, it's okay. It's just looking in the mirror is a very hard exercise for me to do.
Okay.
Because I have to come to terms with shit that I have done in my life that is not so good.
Mm,
And I haven't killed anybody, but
that's good.
we had to make decisions that affected my family and other people,
Okay.
and I'm still working to it.
Okay.
So when I look in the mirror, I am learning to appreciate the scars that I see.
Mm. Okay.
If that makes any sense.
No, yeah, yeah, it does. And so, just because I'm trying to understand, because what I'm hearing is that if we keep this 60 pounds, this is also gonna cause like more bad decisions that will in the long term affect your family as well.
Correct.
Okay, got it, man. Now, if you don't mind me asking, like real quick, in what ways is your overweight gonna affect your family? We already talked about like the energy when it comes to
Well,
your daughters, but what other ways?
if I have to change the way that I interact with my daughters
Mm-hmm.
because of any medical condition, it's gonna be bad.
Mm. No, yeah, that brings a lot of clarity, man. Thanks for being so open with me.
Sure. Told you. This is gonna be transparent. We're gonna make this work.
Yes, sir, 100%. Now, let me ask you this. I know this could be like a little bit tough questions, but
Send it.
you're 60 pounds overweight right now, and
Yep.
you've been struggling with it for at least 3 years. You're like emotionally eating, you're drinking when you're cooking. I get it. The blasting music and that's also a Hispanic thing, but that has caused you to not only gain the weight, but also like being into the borderline of pre-diabetic, having to take all of those medications. So my question for you is like, where do you see yourself in the next 5 years if you don't change this right now?
Years.
Yes.
20 times 5. How much is that?
You said 20 times 5?
Yep.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be another 100 pounds.
There you go.
Okay. And is that something that you will be willing to, just settle for?
Fuck no.
Okay. No, yeah, I love that
That's what
energy.
I
Yeah, 100%. Cool. So the good thing about, thinking about bad things is that now we can think about good things. So I want to do a quick mental exercise with you. All I need from you is like close your eyes and let me know when you have done that, okay?
done.
Cool. So I just want you to imagine that we've been working together for the next 3, 4, 5 months, whatever it takes. And you have dropped this 60 pounds. You have completely dialed your nutrition. You finally understand how to eat better, how to eat the things that you like in a way that you keep dropping fat. And basically, you just feel great. You're working out at least 3 to 4 times a week for the past 6 months again. Your clothes look great, they fit you perfectly, people look at you, your daughter is like, oh wow, you brought back that man. You just look better than you have ever before. How do you feel?
Normal.
Normal?
Yeah. Back to being me. Normal.
Okay. And how how is it that you envision yourself looking physically?
Basically,
Yes. How are you gonna look?
I think I'll look this what I used to.
Okay. And since I haven't looked at you as you used to, like tell me physically like what parts of your body are gonna be more toned up, how are you gonna be walking, all of that.
It's been a while.
Okay.
It's been a while since I've seen that. So that's a good question. I don't know. And what I mean by that is I'm older, so I can't go back how it was.
Right.
So it's gonna be interesting to see how this new me is gonna look.
Okay.
It's not gonna be the same as the old one.
Okay.
It's not gonna be what I am right now.
Right.
So I can't really answer that question because I don't know.
Okay. No, man, but I mean, to me, sounds like you do have a vision that you want to accomplish, and that's, overall like driving you to do this, correct?
No, definitely, yes.
Love it. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for, that excitement. Now,
Yeah, yeah.
you do understand that, what got you here isn't gonna get you to where you want to go, right?
Say that again?
You understand that the things you've been doing aren't gonna take you to lose the 60 pounds, right?
Right.
Okay. And you also understand that doing this by yourself isn't gonna work because it hasn't worked for the past 3 years.
Correct.
Okay. And you're finally ready to get a solid game plan, again, accountability, structure, and motivation overall to achieve and hit your goals, correct?
Correct.
Cool, man, 100% in point. Well, Jaime, I'm like checking my notes, through the application you submitted. And based on what we've discussed so far, I feel like I have more clarity on where you want to go and what's stopping you from getting there. So again, thanks for being transparent.
So, dude, I know this works because I've done it.
Yeah.
I've been in your shoes.
Yeah.
And what I mean by that, no, I'm not an expert. No, I don't know really what I'm doing, but I did have troops under me that were overweight and they were failing the PT test. So 60 days prior to, I used to go out with them and work on themselves so they can pass that test.
Okay.
So I've been that coach.
Yeah. So it can be
I
done.
know the process.
Yeah.
I know the accountability. I know it works because I watched them. They're still in the Air Force right now, and they're master sergeants, and they're incredibly successful.
Okay.
Because of the time that we spent working on them. So I know that this relationship works.
Yeah, 100%.
Just I've never been the guy who needs the help.
Yeah.
That makes any sense.
Yeah, on the other side, yeah.
Right. So when I'm on the other side, I'm like, fuck, I don't know what to do.
Yeah.
I guess I know what to do. I can't do it myself.
No, yeah, I hear you, man. And that's why we're here. You already know that Matt also is a veteran, so he'll be the other side for you, your master right now.
Yeah.
Cool, man. So just double checking, there's anything else you would like to share with me, or anything that, I missed that you think it's important for us to know?
No.
Cool. Cool. All right. Well, with that being said, you want us to get into the specifics of how we can help you?
Yep.
Cool, man. So Matt's been doing this for the past 12 years now. And throughout those 12 years, he has perfected a system that has helped thousands of people transform not only their bodies, but their lives. And what he found is that there's a need for two major factors to, get that transformation done. And those are, one, customization, and two, education. Now, with customization, we mean that we have to make a plan that works specifically for Jaime instead of just going off generalized plans, because again, the reason that most diets, most approaches don't work out there, it's because they don't change, they stay rigid, right? And not only that, but we found out that there is a 97% failure when it comes to dropping weight, because people that drop weight, they are gonna end up gaining that weight back in 2 years or less. And yeah, and we don't want to get to that. That's where customization gets in, because the plan is going to change, when you change. It's going to have the needs that you have so that, again, everything evolves along you. Because let's face it, Jaime weighing 300 pounds, it's going to look totally different than the Jaime that's going to be only 160 pounds, correct? Yeah, man. And that's why customization is key for long-term sustainability. Make sense?
Yes.
Cool, man. And now,
Well,
Eddie.
we have a saying in the airport that's flexibility is the key to air power.
I like that. Yeah,
So yeah,
you
makes
just
sense.
summarized that right there. Cool, man. Now, the second thing it's education. So, Matt's also super big into teaching all of his clients how to fish, but he wants to teach you how to fish from yourself so that, you don't depend on him. So we have specific system and process to do this the right way. And once you learn that specific process, then you can literally pick whatever goal you want and then get it done as long as you fail and follow the entire process and you do the work that we ask for you. Make sense?
Makes sense.
Yes, because once you learn it, you're gonna be able to do it for the rest of your life. Because what's the point of doing this right now if like 5, 10 years down the road, you're not gonna be at your peak again? We want you to teach you this so that when you turn 80, you're still at your best possible. Correct?
That's exactly what I need.
Cool, man. So we have three main pillars that we're gonna work along with you, and those are fitness, nutrition, and accountability. Now, we need those three to come up together because otherwise there's going to be lack in some space. And here's how we're going to cover those for you. So, do you still have something to take notes for? With?
Yep.
Cool, man.
Yep.
All right. So, what I need you to do real quick is just write 1, 2, 3 and leave some space in between for me, okay?
Got it.
Cool. So, first pillar is what we call fitness. It's going to be all around fitness. So you remember how you told me that you tried like going to the gym, but you're like skipping some days, you're lacking motivation and the accountability. You try like running. It has helped you when it comes to mental health, but again, you're not feeling it 100%.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. So
and I think the reason for that is I get discouraged.
Mhm.
Meaning, what the fuck? I used to do this. I used to be able to lift this no problem. Now I can't even do 1/3 of it.
Yeah.
This is bullshit.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, man. So here's how we're gonna get you back not only like the ability to do that, but the confidence. So most people think that the fitness is the part where they need to do the most work, where they need to work the hardest. When actually this is just 10% of the cake. Because if I tell you, hey, Jaime, run a half marathon every day so that you drop the 60 pounds, you think you'll be able to do that?
Nope.
Yeah, exactly. Nobody could. And if somebody tells you that, just run away from them. And
Well,
that's why we're going to show you exactly what to do for each workout, whether it will be at the gym, at home, at the park. You're going to go off of our custom app, and this app has all the videos for all the exercises. And we're going to tell you how many sets, how many reps you should do of each one. And also, your own coach, your one-on-one coach is going to be there at touch of a button. Just if you have any questions, he'll answer those for you right away. Make sense?
makes sense.
Cool. So what questions you have on this first pillar?
No, makes sense.
Cool. You're excited to get back into shape and be a little bit more healthy as you used to?
100%, yes.
Love it. Cool, man. Now, the second pillar, it's all about nutrition. So you remember how you told me that, basically the environment that we Hispanic people grew up tends to mold us into having to eat more than we should. And also like the PTSD has make you emotional eating. And overall, that's what's get you to 60 pounds.
Yeah, the other part that I know it helped in
Mm-hmm.
it was the medicine that they had me on for PTSD, for the anxiety,
Okay.
it just fucked with my energy level.
Yeah. Yeah, man. 100%.
So it's just been recently that I said, fuck it, I'm not taking the shit no more.
No, and that's great. So
Oh, but the damage is already done.
no, yeah, I hear you, man. And that's great that you stopped doing that because we also want you to take any meds off of you. So nutrition, it's not gonna look like anything you tried in the past. Again, no meds. We're not gonna make you do any crazy diet. I don't want you to be fasting 20 days or having to do any of those crazy things. We're literally gonna show you how to eat the foods you're already eating, the foods that you like, but in a systematic way. You know, that balance that you're looking for, that's what we're going to teach you, because we know that when you are enjoying this process, you're going to be way more likely to stick to it, and that's what's going to get you to be sustainable. Make sense?
It's got to be real.
Yeah. Again, we're not going to take away entirely the beer, the alcohol that you drink while you're cooking. We're not going to take away the pastries, none of that. But we just want you to show you how much you should eat so that you can drop fat and then gain muscle. Make sense?
Right.
Cool.
Yeah.
Now, what questions do you have on this last part?
No, no, it makes sense.
Love it, man.
If the program that you want is not flexible and real, and I mean by real is like realistic, because life is it's not, well, you can't eat carbs.
Yeah.
No, that's not realistic. Yeah, you can do it for 6 months, but that's not realistic.
100%. It has to be
If you
flexible.
go to grandma's house, you can't say no to other form of habichuela. You can't.
Yeah. Yeah, you need flexibility.
Correct.
Yeah, 100%, man. So the last thing I got for you, and which is something I remember you mentioned a lot, it's accountability. So yeah, you told me that, you know, you feel like you lack motivation, you lack the structure you used to have in the military, you lack accountability. So here's how we're gonna get you back all of those at once. So I really think that this is the most important piece of the entire process because because you know, Matt, he actually still has his own coach, and the person that's coaching him, that person also has coach. Matt even coaches me. So what I'm trying to say is that the best athletes in the world, they have coaches. So if they do, why wouldn't we, right?
Makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, because when you have somebody that can keep you accountable, that's there for you, you're gonna show up different. Because let's face it, there's gonna be a point where we don't feel like doing it. We don't like we are just not feeling like it. Having somebody there is what's gonna make us keep going, correct?
100%.
Yeah, man. And now the other good thing about accountability is that you're gonna get recalibration, that balance, flexibility, because we need to lose 60 pounds here, and inevitably, sorry, I always struggle with that word. We're gonna have again some downs. We're gonna have some points where we don't feel like doing it. So the recalibration with your own coach is what gonna give you back that motivation. Make sense?
Yep.
Cool, man. And along with that, you're gonna have daily reach to him so that you can, you know, answer any questions and keep you accountable. Make sense?
Makes sense.
Okay. So do you have any questions on this last part?
Nope.
Okay. Now, since we covered a lot of information and it could be a little bit confusing in general, you know, over the pillars of what we discussed so far, what questions do you have for me?
None.
Okay. So out of the three pillars that we just discussed, which one you feel like is going to be the most beneficial to you?
Accountability.
Love it, man. Yeah, that's exactly what I thought you were going to say. Now, the last few things that I need to get knocked down is just find out how long I feel like we need to work with you and what will be the cost of your own program. Make sense?
Yep.
Cool. Now, before we go into that, I do want to ask you two more questions just to make sure that you will be, in fact, a good fit for this program, okay?
Yeah,
Okay. So, in your own words, tell me, why do you think that you will be a good fit?
because I'm ready.
Okay. What do you mean by that?
I'm ready to make a change. I'm ready to be done with this shit.
Okay. And why do you think that you will be successful?
Because I can't see myself in 5 years doing what I'm doing.
Mm, yeah, 100%, man. We gotta get this solved one and for all so that we take you away from any pre-diabetic, pre-anything, right? Cool. All right. Now, one last thing. Do you have those pictures that I asked you for me?
I can't send it to you.
Okay. Would you mind sharing with me why?
Yep. The type of work that I do
Huh?
for the DOE, I vetted it through our security department, and they highly recommended that I go.
Okay. No, that's fine, man. But do you have the pictures for yourself right now?
Yep.
Okay. So here's what I want you to do real quick. Just like open them or go through them. It's okay if you have to put me on speaker. And I just want you to tell me, when you see those pictures, when you see yourself, what thoughts come to your mind? What do you feel?
Oh, dude, I'm like, I can't believe that that's me.
Hmm.
I just, in my head, I don't look like that.
Okay.
That's how I look.
Yeah. No, man, I understand what you're going through. So just want to let you know that I'm super excited to get you to finally get back in shape. So are you also excited for that? You finally get, are you ready to
Beyond
finally
that,
get,
like, beyond ready.
cool, man. Cool, cool. So, like I said, I know you're gonna crush this. So here's what I got for you, Jaime.
Yeah.
Typically, we like to work with our clients for up to a year.
Okay.
However, I don't think you're gonna need that much. So just like because of the numbers, I know that we can get those 60 pounds off in the next 26 months. How does that sound to you?
In the next 2 to 6 months,
26 weeks. So that's about 6 months.
26. Yeah,
Yeah.
that sounds about right.
You're not gonna get mad at me if I get you back to 160, right?
Absolutely not. If it takes 4 months, even better.
Cool, man. So yeah, again, it's gonna be 26 weeks, and we have two different options to get this program done. Okay.
Yeah.
So the first option, it's gonna be work one-on-one with Matt. Now, for warning, Matt doesn't take a lot of new clients because he's super busy running the business. He has a family of five, so he just tries to keep load his work. However, however, some people do want to work with Matt and only with Matt, which makes sense because frankly, he's the best out there. So we can definitely still squeeze you in to work with him, but again, it's going to be a little bit more costly, okay?
Okay.
Cool. So the total cost for the 24-week program, I'm sorry, 26-week program, to work one-on-one with Matt, to get you not only to lose the 60 pounds, but to help you, get away from any type of medication, away from any type of disease, so that you can be with your daughters, play with them, and not feeling like you're dying. It's going to be one single payment of $10,000.
Oof. Yeah, no, I can't do that.
Okay. Yeah, it's a little bit more than you thought, right?
Way more than I thought.
Got it, man. No, yeah, and it's 100% worth every single penny. Now, what most people
I
are,
get it, but I don't. At this time,
No, yeah, I hear you,
income.
man.
I'm retired.
Okay. No, yeah, I hear you, man. So the good news for you is that if you're willing to work with one of our coaches instead of Matt, what we can do is like again, he's gonna still oversee your program and it's gonna save you a little bit of money. It's gonna save you a good amount of money. So it's literally half of the cost instead of working with Matt. So the total cost, yeah, it will be 5 grand.
Yeah. I am so sorry, man. There's no way I can do that.
Got it, man. No, I understand that you can't put that money right now down, but let me ask you this, like putting the money aside for a second, does everything that we spoke today make sense to you? Like, is there anything besides the money stopping you from doing this?
No.
Okay. So, if we could broke down the investment into payments, would that be something you'll be able to do?
Uh, it depends
Okay.
because it's gonna be almost $1,000 a month. There's no way.
Okay. So tell me, if we could like put it a little bit down instead of 1,000, like let's say 750, would that be within the possibilities to you?
No, man. It's way too expensive. I'm so sorry.
No, yeah, I hear you, man. Again, my goal is to, as I told you on our first call, to get you to where you want to go
Yeah.
within your budget. So, just open with me as you've been, like how much you think you could do.
Uh, I don't know, but I wasn't expecting this much.
Yeah, I mean,
Straight up.
you see like why it's gonna be that expensive, right?
I guess I
Yeah,
haven't seen the program, so
right. Now, let me ask you this. Do you still get the VA for the 90% disabled?
yeah.
Okay. So, is that something you think that we could do to get you started right away and, just put that into monthly payments?
I don't know. I have to look at the budget because that's what pays for my daughter's meals right now.
Okay. Okay. Now, let's see. If we could make it like 500 a month, would that be possible to you?
$500 a month?
Yes, sir.
Not right now. I don't think so.
Okay. Yeah, so talk to me. What do you have in mind? What do you think you could do?
Uh, to be honest, without looking at the budget and looking at my stuff,
Hmm.
I don't know.
Okay. Now, if we could still get you into the same things that we just talked about, just instead of being like one-on-one, it will be group coaching. Uh, that's going to be a little bit less. You think you could do that?
How much left?
Okay. So just to, make sure that we're understanding each other, you do want to do the one-on-one, but you don't have like 500, right, to put down?
No.
Okay. So the other option, I hear you, man. So what I'm gonna tell you is that the other program, it's just gonna be $150 a month. Is that more within your budget?
Closer, yeah.
Okay. No, yeah, I hear you, man. So the only difference with this program is that you will still get everything, but instead of being daily accountability and daily communication, you guys will have weekly check-ins. You'll still get the fitness routine and also the diet customized to your need. Make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, again, we can get you that and it will be only $150 a month for again, yeah, those 6 months that we talked about. So how do you feel?
Hmm. I don't know. I'm gonna have to think about this.
Okay. I mean, you only have to put $50 down because you already gave me 100 and that'll get you started right now. Because
That's
I
that's not the problem.
okay.
Problem is coming up with the money for the next month.
No, yeah,
I don't know. I'll have to look at my stuff.
I hear you, man. It's just that I don't want to sound like I'm like trying to make you do something, but I really feel like, again, if we don't get this done right now, instead of being pre-diabetic, you're gonna become diabetic.
No,
So
no, I get it.
yeah,
I know what's at stake. It's my life. I know.
yeah, man. So yeah, that's what I'm trying to help you here with, because I understand the budget situation. So I feel like doing this, it's the best option for you right now.
Okay. I have another meeting that I go to in 5 minutes.
Hmm.
So let me think about this. Let me look at my numbers, and I'll get back with you.
No, yeah, man, that's fine. So let me just ask you one last question. Um,
Sure.
is this something that you actually want to do? Like 100% you see how this will
Yes.
get you? Okay. So what I can do right now is take down a deposit for another $50 just to save your spot and get everything ready. And we'll just jump in the second call just to, once you see the numbers and everything, make sure that we can get you in that program.
Well,
Would that work with
I don't
you?
want to commit to a program that I don't be able to do.
Okay. No, yeah, I understand, man. I totally hear what you're saying. And that's 100% fair with me.
So I can get back to you. What's today? Tuesday, later on this week.
Yeah, man. You can just hit me back on, I think we were talking on Facebook or Instagram, right? I don't remember.
Yes, you have my number.
Yeah, yeah. You just let me know. We'll circle back for sure.
Okay.
Cool,
Sounds
man.
good.
All right. Thanks for your time, and we'll be in touch, man.
Yeah, we will. Thanks, man.
No problem. I don't see nobody. I see you now.
How you feel about it?
Mm, I don't know. I feel like the money, it was a real objection, but he does has the founds.
So, and then like, what parts do you think you could have done better?
Mm, at the end, just bringing back the points for him to be like, no, yeah, you're right. I said that I wanted to do this right away.
No, I got you. Um,
Oh shit. Oh, there you are.
so that's not even where you lost the call, right? You lost the call right from the start. And
Mm,
I say that because you didn't control the frame.
okay.
So a lot of answers that he gave you was bullshit. Like straight up bullshit. Right.
Like what?
So for instance, you act like well, when I would say dig means why, 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 why. You ask them why until they give you the answer you're looking for, right? So a lot of the answers he gave you was straight up surface level BS, right? Oh well, it doesn't. This is the one that stuck out the most. It doesn't affect me with my kids. Well, my kids don't see this as being an issue. How do your kids not see you being 60 pounds overweight as an issue?
Okay.
Right? How did they not see that it's an issue when you just told me
Yeah.
that you can't even run and play with your daughter without being winded?
Mm-hmm.
You don't think your daughter sees that? Or you just told me that the psychological piece to it that's weighing on you, you think you just hide all of that from your kids? No, you don't. Kids see everything, whether you know it or not. Then he used the BS with the mirror, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the mirror. I'm not something. He said some BS about like looking in the mirror or whatever. When you ask him about looking in the mirror,
Yeah.
like, bro, what do you? Oh, it was so long ago, I don't remember. Well, if you don't remember how you looked before, why do you want to get back to that? Why are we here? Like, what are we
Yeah.
doing here if you don't remember what you looked for? Then even two with devices, he didn't. Granted, he didn't give you anything, but look, we're all about extreme ownership, right? So granted, he didn't give you anything, but it's also fair to say you didn't ask the right questions, right? You very much so streamlined the script to the point that I think you got to the devices way too quick. Like you were just like check, 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 without actually like diving into every single thing. So by you not doing that, you didn't control the frame, and then you let him know that he's really in control over the call, which he was. Because when you tried to call him out about the giggling, it didn't really work, did it? Like
Yeah,
you
it was
called
just
it
like,
out,
oh, okay.
exactly. Like you called it out, great, but it was too late by then. You know what I'm saying? So all the tone has to be. That's just like in the portal. The portal, when I told you, just as far as like advanced sales training and controlling the frame, you have to control the frame. You didn't, to me, you didn't sound confident on this call, unlike the last one from last week, because you didn't sound confident in the call. And I could tell because you were messing up on certain parts. It's like, come on, bro. Like, you're like 26 months. What, Fabio? And then you were like, you said something else. I was like, what, Fabio? What are you talking about? But I just felt like you knew internally that you weren't getting much out of him. And in your brain, you were starting to scramble a little bit to try to figure out other ways to maybe ask him. Maybe. I don't know. I'll have to let you answer that question. But I will say the reason you didn't, he's not going to call you back. Don't, I mean, you can shoot him a text, but you're not getting that sale, probably. Maybe, probably not, though. You got to control the frame from the beginning.
Yeah.
If you don't control it from the beginning, you're never going to get a sale. The objections wasn't even an issue. The money wasn't even an issue. Like none of that was the issue at all. But when you do things late, like call out the laughs and the giggles, when you don't dig and force him to answer stuff, like you got to make these people get uncomfortable. If you don't do those things within the first, I say the first 25 minutes of the call consistently, the last 10, 15 minutes, which is pitch and, pricing, it's not going to matter. Because psychologically, he's like, I'm not taking you serious. And he knew he wasn't taking you serious based off the answers he gave you.
I mean, on my mind, even though it wasn't like super deep, I thought he gave me through reasons like everything, it actually connected because the reasons he gave felt really emotional to me. Like, dude, I don't want to have to have a condition because I want to play with my daughter. I was like, okay, how much emotional can this get?
Well, why do you want to play with your daughter so much? Okay, I want to play with my daughter more because we used to play a lot. Oh, okay. Well, I mean, how do you think she felt when you guys used to play a lot and run around a lot without getting tired? Oh, she felt great. Okay, well, how does she feel now? How do you think she feels now? Oh, well, I don't know. He would probably give you the answer. I don't know. Okay, cool. Let's think about it, bro. We got an hour. Let's think. And force him to think. Oh, well, she may feel like, I think she feels sad. Okay. Well, if she feels sad, what other relationships do you have that this weight gain has been affecting? Oh, I don't like to really. He said something about, he basically is an alcoholic, bro. He basically told you he's an alcoholic by saying he likes to drink a couple of times a week to deal with stress. Like, you're an alcoholic.
Mm-hmm.
So then, oh, is that why you drink so much, maybe? Are you drinking so much because maybe you miss running around with your daughter? Are you drinking so much because maybe you realize that your daughter sees you not being able to do the same physical activities as you once were? That's probably fair to say, right? He probably would have been a jerk again. No, I mean, bro, break it down for me. That has to be fair to say. It has to be. Because you seem to be like you love your daughter. So that means you're fully aware of what this is doing to your daughter. Yeah, you want to lose the weight for you, but you really want to lose it for your daughter so she can start looking at you in the same light, right? Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's what I mean by digging and breaking it down. So
Okay.
he answered your question, but he just gave you a bunch of surface level questions like, it's cloudy outside. It looks like it's about to rain. It's hot. I want to lose the weight so I can smile more. Why? 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 Why is your best friend? Why? 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 Because again, if you don't do that, that's how you end up getting a call result that you just had. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, and then two, He said about the pictures, oh, I work for the department of whatever, whatever. So they advised me to not send the pictures. Well, bro, did they advise you to not give me your credit card number either for the deposit for this call? Like, make it make sense. Like, you can't send the homework pictures that you agreed to send me, but you can give me your credit card number to be on this call so we can get this problem taken care of once and for all. Help me understand, bro. Now, did they tell you that, or are you just saying that? And it's cool if you're just saying that, but again, we operate in full transparency, and you told me multiple times on this call that you're operating in full transparency. So tell me, did they tell you not to give us the homework pictures that you agreed to? Because if they did, then they probably would have told you not to give us your credit card number, right? You got to be able to break these people down with logic. That's the only way. Like him, he probably would have hung up on me, like straight up. He probably would have hung up on me. But it's not to where people hanging up. You don't want people hanging up on you as a badge of honor whatsoever. But you got to think, these people need to be pushed because they can't push themselves. They are yearning for help because they can't do it themselves. And it doesn't matter what you're selling. Fitness, econ offer, holistic offer, pill, it don't matter. Here's the problem. I can't get here by myself. I believe you can help me. Now take me to the promised land.
Right.
So again, like their coaching starts on the call. Like this is gonna be the call we do a review on. I'm gonna send it over to you still so you can listen to it later. But I think you'll quickly pick up and see like what I'm talking about. But we're going to break it down. We're gonna start breaking it down tomorrow. It'll have to be for 30 minutes. It'll have to be for 30 minutes for tomorrow. And then we'll go for a full hour.
When's Thursday?
Thursday, we'll go for a full hour. Matter of fact, this will be a good call for all of us to listen to together. So what we're going to do Thursday is during our huddle, that's when we're going to listen to it back together. If we can, actually, because I just remember the playback is kind of tough to hear. So I'm going to have to figure out a tricky way. I'm going to figure out a way to be able to play it back so it's good. But basically, yeah, we're going to listen to this. We're going to listen to this review tomorrow and then for 30 minutes, and then we'll go for an hour on Thursday. But basically, you got to control the frame. Like, hands down, you're never going to get a sale if you don't control the frame. If you don't you got to force them to answer you. Like, force them. And it is going to require you getting tricky, but force them to answer you, all right?
Yeah.
So, I think you got a call, man. So go ahead. I got another meeting I got to hop on, bro. Just keep recording. Send me your recordings as you go through them, and then we'll review. Surge, we're going to link up later on at Surge, we're going to link up later on at 5.
Yeah.
Actually, we'll do 4:30 Surge. And what we'll do is I'll probably let you just do it. I like to let people role play and stuff like that with the camera off. I feel like it just makes it a little bit better. Like, you're not focusing on everybody else's face. So we're gonna do that and kind of get through that. We'll role play that, and then what I want you to do is I want you to also start looking at the systems and processes, because that's gonna be uber. I can't let you do the calls tomorrow until you can walk me through the systems and processes, which is like, and I'll share an email with you, like, to make life a little bit easier. I'll actually share that with you right now. But basically, you'll have to walk me through the payment process. You'll have to walk me through like sales, like what you're looking at in the application, all those types of things. And once you can do that, it's like, all right, let's get them on the phone. So as of right now, the goal is tomorrow for you to have your first call, and I'll send you the app. Have your first call tomorrow at 6:30 and one at 7. But that's just pending how we sound today, and then with the systems and processes. All right.
Yes.
So, all right, fellas. Well, get to it, man. Serge, I'll see you at 4:30. Fabio, keep the head up.
Yep.
Dig, even on the set call. Control.
Yes, sir.
It's your call. Your call. All right.
Yes, sir.
All right, bros.